Hey all, Cy here! I'm in Newport right now, but when we were in Prineville last week, we made a work table for the middle of the shop. I watched a video by April Wilkerson, and she made this table with 3 sheets of plywood. And so we bought the plan, it was like 10 bucks or so, and we made the table. All of the pieces of the cut list were different color, which I really liked, but husband put numbers on them all. I really like this plan because it just calls for 3 pieces of plywood. And so we started off by ripping those down with the panel saw. Well, husband did that, and I helped. And then he made the smaller rips with the table saw, and then the final cuts with the miter saw. And we numbered each piece. Once he had all the leg pieces cut, then I started assembling those together while he did some more cutting. Then we started putting it together. And we glued and put screws in almost all of the pieces. This is where I messed up. The structure is supposed to go in line with the bottom of that side end piece of plywood, and I put it underneath. Husband didn't notice it either, so we put it together, and this is when we realized the mistake. This piece should fit right in there, but we ended up having to cut off a bit to make it fit. And this mistake just makes the base of the table a little bit smaller. It doesn't affect the size of the base, it just affects the size underneath, like for storage or whatever. But it works all the same. In April's video, she walks across here. So husband did that too, and it held. Then I let Wally try it out. I drilled pallet holes while husband put the screws in, and that stabilized it even more. Then we added the stretchers that will hold the top. And then we added the top. And for some reason, I didn't get any footage of us putting the top down, but it's just a whole sheet of plywood sitting there. And we countersunk the screws, and we didn't glue it so that we could replace it when it gets all messed up. Then I told husband I wanted to build a wood vise, and he said that we had one. I told him I didn't like it, and he asked me what I didn't like about it, and I said because it's not flush with the top of the table. So he told me I could change the wood parts of the vise to make them whatever height I wanted, so I was really happy about that. So I'll do that later. Then we added some casters, and these are really cool. When the casters are up, the table is down on its legs. And you engage the casters by stepping on the lever, and that lifts the table so that it can be moved easily. I like these a lot more than locking casters. They stick out, but you can purchase a base that attaches to the table so you can slide them on and off. We didn't get those because we thought putting them on the long ends of the table may keep them out of the way. But if they become a hazard, then we'll buy those bases and add those.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Look at that! What do you want? Let's put it out there. Yeah, that's a lot easier to move.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
I love it too. What I like is when it's not for casters, it's solid. So how do you undo the casters?
Just put your foot underneath and lift up.
Oh wow. Oh man, that's nice. Oh, look at that.
Okay, dear.
Thank you.
I'm done. It's 9 o'clock.
Really?
I'm done. I'm beat. She works me way too hard.